I'm gonna focus first on the area, I think, and then we'll deal with the perimeter. So the area of a square is base times height. We need to do 8 times 8, and that is 64. Essentially, we could split this into 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the same this way. And then we could count the squares, and there would be 8 in each row, and there's 8 rows, so it's 8 times 8. If we then fold it into half, we're going to halve the area. We're going to have to divide it by 2. And so for the rectangle, it's 32. And if I halve it again by making this square C, I have to halve my 32, and that gives me 16. So essentially, we're just dividing by 2 each time. For the perimeter, that is the length around the shape. So we've got 8, 8, 8, and 8. I need to add these up, and that gives me 32. But we need to be a bit more careful for the perimeter of the other shapes, because let's label them. So we're going to get 8, 8 again, but now it's 4 and 4. So we're not halving the perimeter this time. It actually doesn't go down by as much. It's going to be 8 plus 4 is 12, plus another 12, it's 24. And then if I fold the rectangle in half again, you can see the dimensions are pretty accurate. It's going to be 4, 4, and 4. It's going to be 4 times 4, or 16. Moving back on, rather, we get another square, and then we fold it in half again to make triangle D. What's the area of triangle D? Well, we know the area of the square is 64, and when we folded it into half to get the rectangle, we had 32. It's actually going to be exactly the same again. If you fold it in half, it doesn't matter if you fold it horizontally or diagonally, you're going to halve the area. The other way you could do it would be to remember that the area of a triangle is a half base times height. But that is precisely because you take the area of a rectangle, or a square in this case, and then you divide it by 2, because you imagine folding it into half. This is the trickiest question. One of the statements below is true for the perimeter of triangle D. Tick the correct one. Is the perimeter less than 24, equal to 24, or greater than 24? Well, this length here is actually, we don't know what it is, but it's going to be more than 8. The reason being that if we go along 8 and up 8, well, if you go along 8 and up 8, that length has to be bigger, doesn't it? You're gonna have to go further to get all the way up here than you were just to go along. And so the perimeter is actually greater than 24. We can say that the missing length must be more than 8. I think that's enough. You could say that, well, then you have to add them up, so the overall perimeter must be greater than 24.